In the 9th century, England was not a unified country. It was a collection of rival Anglo-Saxon kingdoms, Northumbria, Mercia, East Anglia, and Wessex. These kingdoms were Christian, built upon the legacy of the Roman departure and centuries of settlement. But they faced an existential threat, the Vikings. Known to the English as the Danes, these Norse warriors were no longer just raiders. They were ambitious armies seeking conquest and settlement. By 865, the great heathen army had landed in East Anglia, and it began a systematic campaign of conquest. Northumbria fell, then East Anglia, and finally the powerful kingdom of Mercia was subdued. By the early 870s, Wessex stood alone as the last remaining independent Anglo-Saxon kingdom. The prince who was never meant to be king. Birth and early life, 848-871. Alfred was born in 848 at the royal estate in Wantage, Berkshire. He was the fifth and youngest son of King Ethelwulf of Wessex and his first wife, Osburh. As the youngest, the crown was a distant prospect and he was never groomed for it. Asser's biography tells us he was a bright child who loved learning. But despite his efforts, he remained illiterate until his late teens, a fact he would later lament. In a rare move for a younger son, his father took him on a pilgrimage to Rome at age 6, a journey that undoubtedly broadened his horizons. The Pope, Leo IV, even invested him as a consul, a ceremonial act that some later interpreted as a symbolic acknowledgement of his royal potential. The rise of his brothers. Alfred's father died in 858. In accordance with Saxon custom, the kingdom passed not to a child of the previous king, but to the most eligible adult male of the royal house. Thus began a succession of Alfred's older brothers. 1. Ethelbald, 858-860, 2. Ethelbert, 860-865, who also inherited Kent. For Ethelred I, 865-871. During Ethelred's reign, the full fury of the great heathen army turned towards Wessex. Alfred, now a leading general and his brother's second in command, fought alongside him in a series of bloody battles. The year of battles, 871. 871 is known as Alfred's Year of Battles. He and Ethelred fought the Vikings at engagements including the Battle of Ashdown. Alfred is said to have led the charge courageously after his brother was delayed in prayer, securing a vital victory. The battles of Basing and Meriton, Saxon defeats. Despite their efforts, the Danes kept coming, reinforced by a summer army. It was during this desperate year that King Ethelred I died, possibly from wounds sustained in battle. In April 871, at the age of 21, with 4 older brothers dead and his kingdom on the brink of collapse, Alfred became